What is up, beautiful people? TJ here with another episode. Today, I'm going to be doing a review of the Feelworld Live Pro, Live Pro. I don't know if it's Live Pro, Live Pro L1. This is a multi-format video mixer, especially if you're doing like live streams, or even if you're doing a video where you have to do, like an over top shot, or if you are trying to showcase a product. I'm going to show you how you can use this Feelworld Live Pro L1 to accomplish that. So I got this Feelworld Live Pro, Live Pro, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it Feelworld Live Pro, just from maybe live. We'll call it Feelworld Live Pro from now to the end of the video. So I got this Feelworld Live Pro L1 a couple months ago. I've been using it while we've been doing live streams and some different videos that we've been putting together. And I want to make sure I did a review on it because I do think it's an awesome unit for you to check out. I'm going to be doing some more of these unboxing types of videos. So if you like these types of videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Also hit that bell icon so you can get notifications whenever I release new videos. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this Feelworld Live Pro L1. So if you are a person that does, live streams, or if you do unboxings, or if you do live streams where you have to show multiple camera angles, this is going to be the unit for you. So I'm going to do a little bit of flip so you can kind of see what the power of this thing is. Look at that. You see how beautiful that transition was? So there's definitely some use to this unit, especially if you, like I said, are doing any sort of live streaming and you want to have multiple cams. You can have up to 4 cameras connected to this. You can also have like a picture-in-picture mode. You can also change your different transitions and things like that. So there's a lot of functionality pumped into this one little machine. So we'll go over the details of the machine here in just a second, but I want to at first talk a little bit about the practicality of having this Feelworld Live Pro L1. So for me, me and my sister April do a live show on our channel sometimes. We used to do them every week, but we also like to incorporate different video aspects. So, most of the time it's just a shot of me and April kind of sitting here in the studio, but I like to incorporate multiple cameras. So right now I have a camera right here on the side of me, just out of frame. You can't really see it, but it is over there. And if I were doing a show where there was 2 people on the show, that would be really good because I could have 2 cameras and then have, or 3 cameras. Even if I want to have 3 cameras, I could have a wide shot, and then I also could have a shot of, person A and then a shot of person B. And then you can mix them while you are sitting there, doing your thing. So on my desk, I have a bunch of different things. So you can kind of see, this is like a different mixer. This is like the Stream Deck. I'm going to do a separate review on this because I hadn't really been able to use it as much as I wanted to, but it does similar things to this, but it's a little bit different. This, the Feelworld Live Pro L1 is really for about mixing video. So it's very much tuned to that. And it's not necessarily, a bunch of other features that you're not going to use if you want to just have a video mixer. So I'm not very good at giving technical details, so I'm going to utilize my friend Elise. Elise is online. Give us the technical details of the Feelworld Live Pro L1.
The Feelworld L1 is a mini switcher that is small enough to fit into equipment cases and camera bags. Designed to integrate with typical video production workflows, the Feelworld L1 has a screw tap for standard video mounts and conveniently attached onto a tripod to stay out of the way. Its lightweight design makes it ideal for mobile video applications too. The Feelworld L1 has an exquisite and compact control panel. The 4 buttons are for selecting input signals. Green flashing means the signal has been selected, then switch the T-bar. The selected signal will be displayed on the screen seamlessly. The green button changed to red after switched. The menu button is for menu setting. The SW button is for selecting different functions such as mixing, scaling, transition time setting and the other functions. The left knob is for voice volume controlling, the right knob is for menu setting as well. Combination of two knobs can do the angle controlling for PTZ camera. From the TFT screen, we can preview 4 HDMI signals and easily do menu setting. Faster video production, plus live streaming. Live production is the fastest way to complete a finished program, plus you can stream it to a live global audience via YouTube at the same time. The USB 3.0 output of Feelworld L1 connects to any computer and looks like a built-in webcam, so all streaming software for social media platforms work. With up to 4 HDMI inputs, you can set up multiple camera angles such as wide shots along with independent close-ups of each person in the performance.
All right, so those are all the technical specifications that I could find on this unit. I will say, just for the sake of this video, this is a very good unit. There are a couple things, pros and cons, that I found with it, and I will give you those here in just a second. But I do love just the ease of being able to hook up my separate my secondary camera, and also having it hooked up to my first camera. And then I have so just the way that I do my live streams, I normally stream through Ecamm Live. I also stream through Stream Deck sometime, but it will be essentially the same. So what it does is it has 4 inputs for HDMI, and then it has 1 output for HDMI. So the way that I do it is I hook up whatever cameras from the camera to the HDMI input sources. Then I have 1 output that goes to my CamLink 4K. So that is what I normally use for streaming anyway. I just have the output coming from this thing, and then I can do all of my switching here in the Feelworld Live Pro L1. So it is very easy. It has this very satisfying little wheel here that you can just kind of float back and forth, and you can also change the different effects. You can also change how it flips from one scene to the next. You can also do a picture-in-picture mode, which is going to actually let you utilize a little picture here if you want to show 2 different things, but also want to show another thing. So this would be really good if you were doing, you know, some tutorial on the computer screen. So you want to have your computer screen as one of your, you know, your main photo, and then also have like a little screen for something else, and you want to just switch in between the two. This will allow you to do that. Also, it gives you a little preview. If you can see it right here on the screen, it gives you a little preview of what you are looking at on the screen. So what this green arrow, or what the green light kind of shows me, is that that scene is ready to be shown. The red means that that's the scene that y'all are actually seeing. So y'all are seeing scene number 2 right now. I can switch it over, and now y'all can see scene number 1. So it does allow you to see which scenes that you want to choose from here on the unit itself, and then also you can see it on the screen as well. So it did take me a little bit to get used to some of the controls, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not 100% efficient with utilizing all of the controls, but it does work for what I want to. I don't have like a very complex streaming setup, so it's not like, you know, I have to get on here and I got like 15 cameras going around. I normally only have 2 cameras. You know, if I'm showcasing a product, or if I have me and April here on the screen, I can, you know, utilize it for both of us on the screen, and I can just flip very easily between us 2. So I do have this connected, like I said, to my Mac Mini, and I have that utilized through the output. So if you want to check this out, I will leave a link to it in the comment section below, the first comment. Also, I will leave it in the description section below. But I'm going to do an overview of some of the features of this, as well as the ports, so you can kind of see the ports that it come with. And if you have a question about this, please leave it in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer it. Okay, so looking at a top-down view of this Feelworld Live Pro L1, you can see it has a ton of features that I want to kind of go over. The first thing is it does have 2 knobs. It has 4 buttons, and it has a swivel switch here. It also has these 2 buttons. This button is for the effects. This button is for the setup. And I kind of go through the menus and show you exactly what I'm looking at. So as you can see right now, this is my camera number 1, and this is the camera number 2. This is the camera that we're actually looking at right now. And you can switch very easily just with this little swivel. between camera 1 and camera 2. So very simple, very easy. Going back to this camera, you can see right now I've just got a HDMI cable that's kind of hooked up to it, so you can, you know, hook it up to the Live Pro L1. All right, so we're going to kind of go through some of the menus here. So we'll go through, this is a switch for the effects. So if you want to click on that, you can actually see some of the effects. So they have different effects that you can use. I've been using the fade, but you can do the out, you can do the slide to the left, slide down, slide to the corner, kind of going in, sliding to the left, sliding up, sliding out, sliding up, sliding in. It's got a bunch of different ways that you can do that. So if I want to change that, you know, you just move this little arrow to it and click it. So now that's done. So whenever you change it, it will change the way that you change it. Now I really like the transition of the fade. I think it looks a little more professional, especially for what I like to do. So I always just leave it on this really nice fade back and forth. So also you can look at some of the other things that you can do here. It's a very simple menu. It doesn't really have a lot here. So it has the mode, which is the T-bar. So you can actually just switch it from the T-bar, or you can actually switch it fast mode, where you can, you know, just push the button as opposed to using the swivel. But I kind of like the T-bar a little bit better. It's more satisfying, but you may want to just go up there and push the button real quick and jump back to your you know, your live stream. So either way, it's really fine. It gives you that option. Also, it allows you to change the time for the transition. So if you want a slower, like more dramatic transition, you can do that with this. I wouldn't change that. I will probably leave that as a more of a faster transition. That way you're not sitting there waiting on it to transition for hours. All right, so going down through the menu, you can add a picture-in-picture mode. So like you can see right now, it has the photo in the center. You can have it at the top left. You can have it at the top right, the bottom left, the bottom right. You can have it split half and half. You can also have it split half and half the other way. You can have half and half the long ways and half the other way. If I were to do this, I normally try to do mine in the bottom left or bottom right. That's just the one that I use that works out the best for me. But obviously you can do whatever you please. Sometimes I have it in the top left, but just depending on what you have on the screen and how much real estate you have, I mean, or you can have it just turned off. So that's pretty much it. Then you have, you know, just your screen up here at the top. There are some options here. Most of them are, if you want to switch, I'm assuming you can switch audio on this. I've not used it with switching audio yet. So, you know, I have to do a follow-up video on how the audio effects will work. If you want to see that video, make sure you put it in the comment section below, and I will make that video. But there's just a couple different options that you can choose from here. Your HDMIs, your audios, and then it has USB 3.0. And I believe that those are language, IP settings, and then you can reset it. So it's not really a ton of options, but if you did want to look at the option menus, so it does have some different option settings if you want to switch things up. Especially if you're doing audio and video. So over here on the other side, it does have a volume rocker. Like I said, I've never used it for audio. I'm assuming you can use it for audio, but I've never used it for audio. But it does have a volume rocker over here. I'm assuming for audio, if you want to turn it up or turn it down. But like I said, I don't use it for audio, and I want to make this review based on how I would use it, which is mainly for the video settings, not necessarily for any of the audio settings. All right, so that is going to be it for today, guys. If you like these types of videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Also hit that bell icon so you can get notifications whenever I release new videos.